Hi guys, welcome to this brand new speed build video in The Sims 4. My name is Irene and today I am building my on-campus shopping mall. I never built a shopping mall before and I thought it would be fun to do something that I never did before in my game. So yeah, I decided let's just give it a try. And I actually thought about building a shopping mall a couple of months ago already. I saw a let's play from Brandy, aka Pixelated Twix. She's an amazingly sweet simmer YouTuber. She does Sims, but she does some other games as well, as Dragon Age for example. And yes, she was doing a let's play as she was visiting a shopping mall with her sim. And I actually commented on that video that I really wanted to build a shopping mall in my game. So yeah, it's months later, but now was the time. It will be on campus, so the shops that will be here are student university related a little bit. And yeah, it's on campus, so I'm using this 30 by 40 lot in the world that came with the Discover University pack, and I built my previous builds on this lot too. Maybe you've noticed it already. I did my modern luxurious university housing here, such a long name, and I did my botanical library here as well. It's a library with an indoor garden and a lot of trees. But yeah, I used this lot already, and normally I really love building on different lots if there is a new world with a new pack. But there weren't that many very big lots that came with Discover University, and this one is, yeah, it has a very light, very bright light, and it's on campus, and it's the only bigger lot that came in the modern parts of the new world, so that's why I use this lot again. But I promise you, in my next builds I use other lots, I promise. And yeah, this build will look totally different than the previous builds that I did here, because yeah, the most part of this shopping mall will be underground. Of course, I wanted to make something on the exterior above ground as well. I didn't want to make it just a big gap in the ground. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on the exterior above ground as well. I used a lot of pillars because yay, we can size them up now in the game or make them taller. Just you can pull them up and they become longer, and before that was possible in the game, I used a 9 key to raise up pillars and I created that effect in that way, but I think now we can raise them up. It looks way smoother in the game. I created some different roofs with some structures in it, and yeah, I just wanted to make it look a little bit more interesting above ground as well. I used a lot of trees and a lot of plants in this build. I always do that, and I always think it made the build so much more prettier. And yeah, on the interior in the shopping mall, you can expect a couple of stores. There will be an H&M store, a Starbucks, a bookstore, and yeah, some other things that you can expect in a shopping mall. So yeah, an H&M and a Starbucks, I used real brand logos for these stores, and I never use CC or mods in my game. I didn't use CC here as well. There were some logos and brands actually available on the gallery, and oh man, I was amazed when I saw that. I totally did not knew it, and I was just browsing the gallery and I found them, and yeah, I was a little bit doubting about using them because yeah, of course, Simlish is the language of the Sims, and they have different writing than us, different letters. And I thought maybe it's a little bit strange to use real brands and logos with just normal letters for us in the game. And yeah, I thought maybe it's a little bit strange, but I really wanted to use it because I never used it before, and maybe it's the first and the last time that I'm using it in my builds. But yeah, I just thought it was fun to use it just once, and I think for a build like this, it's the perfect place to use these brands. So yeah, that's why I use them. They are by MarcDesign, and I will put his name in the description box down below too. And I think he made them by using CC from H&M and Starbucks and make their sim painted by reference, or took pictures of it and uploaded that to the gallery. I'm not entirely sure. I actually don't know. But yeah, I used it, and I also used some posters with real life women on them and a man actually in the H&M store. And it was a little bit strange for me too, because of course Sims are not real people. And yeah, it was a little bit strange, but I thought it was fun to incorporate it just once in my builds. And yeah, I'm very curious what you think about it. But well, the entire exterior or above ground, I keep saying exterior, but it's more the above ground part, is already finished. Just all the plants that I wanted to put in later. I used a lot of the new stones that came for the walls. That came with the Discover University pack, and I talked about them before. And I think they are gorgeous. I think they're so pretty, especially this swatch with the pink and the yellow and the brown. I think it's just so pretty. And I used the new flooring that came with Discover University too. Oh, I used these. I will talk about that a little bit later on. I used these hanging plants. They are from Island Living. They are a debug item. And yeah, I actually loved using them. I think they gave the whole above ground part a little bit more, and especially later on I will put some lights in them. And yeah, but they're a debug item from the Island Living pack. I wanted to create an elevator shaft over here. Of course, that one isn't functional, but I thought it gave the build a cool effect. The elevators came with a city living, and I think you can only use them on penthouses. And of course, if your sim is living in an apartment, they can use an elevator that's already put there as well. But yeah, you cannot use elevators just on your lot, I think. I'm almost sure about that. But yeah, I still thought it looked cool. I created these cubes on top of each other. I put a lot of glass in. And then at the end, I put these elevators in. And you can actually change up the colors of the elevator. And they came in some very pretty swatches. And yeah, I just thought it was cool to use it. But I was talking about the flooring that came with Discover University that I used in this build too. I use it just all around the lot, as you can see. And later on I will use it in the mall as well. And I used it in my previous build too, the one with a very long name. And I used it just on the exterior and on the ground there. And someone actually pointed out to me through the comments under this video that it's carpet. Ha! I totally didn't see it was carpet, so stupid. And I already put it in this build too. But yeah, I really love the look of it. And I honestly thought they were tiles. But it's carpet, and I already put it in here. And I really love, as I was saying, really love the look of it. So I decided to keep it in. But it's a little bit strange to have carpet on the outside, on the exterior. And yeah, I totally didn't notice it. So stupid. I think I was just searching for Discover University items. And when I was going to the floorings, I just clicked on all items. And then I saw it. And I think I used it in that way. But well, I think it's gorgeous. I think it would be even better if they were tiles. But well, I used these trees, these bushes, and I sized them down a bit, and I used some faces to create my own planters here. These faces are from, or vases, I'm totally not sure how to pronounce it in English, but they are from Jungle Adventure, and I sized them up a bit and I put the plants in it, or the bushes. I thought the plants with the orbs were fitting for a build like this, so that's why I used them. I placed a lot of lights here, as you can see. This is kind of the entrance of the shopping mall. The stairs are here that were leading into the shopping mall, and I wanted to give it a little bit more than just the hanging plants. So I used a lot of lights, and some of them I sized up and some of them I sized down. And yeah, I placed them in an irregular fashion over there. They are the lights that came with the laundry day pack, and I think they're so pretty, and I used them in my builds a lot already. Yeah, and I used them here too. But you can see the H&M logo over here. I think this one is a picture that a sim took. And yeah, as I was saying, it's a little bit strange, but I really thought it was fun to use something different once in my build. So yeah, but I keep wanting to explain to you guys why I used it. It's so strange. But yeah, I'm just very curious what you think of it. But here will be the Starbucks, and that's actually my favorite room or build or shop in this build. I never went to a Starbucks before. Maybe it's so strange for you to hear, but we don't have a Starbucks here in we have Starbucks in Holland, but we don't have one over here in my city. But yeah, I searched some pictures on Pinterest, and I think they're mostly dark with dark woods and a lot of black and green, a darker green. So that's the color scheme that I used in this Starbucks, in this shop. I used some new tables and some new chairs that came with the Discover University pack over here. I think they were so cool, especially for these tables where you can sit on and just watch outside. And yeah, I just thought it was cool. You can see me switching between the wall just outside the build where all these pictures are. And yeah, that's actually the room, quote unquote, that I pulled from the gallery and that I placed in my build where all these pictures and all these logos were. Yeah, you can just pull it off the gallery and put it in your game. And yeah, that's how I used it too. And that's why I'm switching between the wall and this build a couple of times and this room a couple of times. I used a lot of greens on the interior here too. I actually saw a picture on Pinterest from a Starbucks with a lot of plants on the walls too, and I thought it was so gorgeous, so I wanted to use it. I'm using a lot of slate tiles in this build. I think they came with City Living, and I just thought they gave the walls in this build a little bit more, so that's why I use them so much. And yeah, this concrete on the floor, at first I went with just a wood color, but I thought the concrete was a little bit prettier with the green and with the darker woods that I used. I used some tables from Dine Out and some chairs from Perfect Patio, and they actually really matched together, so I was very satisfied when I placed them in. And yeah, some benches over here, they came with the Dine Out pack. And I used some wall dividers. They're not wall dividers, room dividers that came with the Discover University pack, and I used them as a decoration on the wall just behind the couches. You can see them here, and I think they're gorgeous. I think they're so pretty. I think they're very fitting for industrial builds as well, but maybe for Japanese builds as well. Yeah, I really love them, and I actually use them as a totally different item in this build too. And I really had to look that word up before I started recording this, but of course I totally forgot to do it. But do you know when you walk into a store and just after the door you have these things after the door, and if you want to steal something and if you go outside, the alarm goes off through these things? I totally had to look that up before recording this. Oh well. Yeah, I think you know what I mean, and I used these room dividers at these items as well. I sized them up down a little bit, and yeah, I just thought it made the whole store thing a little bit more realistic. I used a lot of dolls. Yet again, a word I don't know. Oh well, dolls from Get to Work, and I placed them in the H&M in the store, and I put some clothes on them later on, and yeah, I love that. I never used them before in my builds as well. Here they are. These things that I was very vaguely describing a couple of minutes ago. But yeah, these dolls that I used. At first, you can see that here I'm placing in some children as well, some boys and girls. And I used some pictures from boys and girls in this build as well. But after building the H&M store, I paused recording and I was looking at it and I thought, this isn't very fitting for a campus. Children clothes for boys and girls. So I removed the children and I placed just, adults in, and I dressed them up and I placed the posters with the adults on them because I thought it was way more fitting for a campus store. And maybe you suspect with a campus store, a store with office supplies with a lot of papers and maybe laptops or something, but I totally not went with that. But this H&M store, I wanted to keep it very light and very bright because we have an H&M in our city, in my city, the city where I live, and in my mind they're always very light and very bright and very white on the exterior. I dressed the dolls up in the clothes that came with the Discover University pack with the CAS items, and I think you've heard it already. There are some videos about that already, but the CAS clothing, the items and the clothes that came with Discover University are gorgeous. I think they are the best CAS yet. They are so pretty. I think almost every single item I want myself as well. I want in real life as well. And especially one of the coats for colder weather. Oh man, it's gorgeous. It has like a wool structure, and I clothed these Sims, not these Sims, but these dolls in clothes that came with Discover University. I placed a lot of clothes here, and it stood out to me a bit that we don't have that much clutter items according to clothes. So I used them all, and these hanging clothes are actually an item that came with the Moschino pack, so I used them a lot too, and some dressing rooms over there. And I really enjoyed building this store too. It was something totally different for me to do. The wallpaper that I used on the back wall came with the Moschino pack as well, and I think it's called something with fashion wallpaper or something. So I thought it was perfect for an H&M store. But the H&M store is finished, and we're on to an area to lounge for your Sims, and a lot of plants again on the walls with this slated tiles. But I just think that it gave the whole build a really cool effect with all that green, especially because it's so modern, and I just love putting plants in my builds. So an area to lounge here, and later on you can see how I'm building the coffee shop and some toilets, because there's a level beneath this as well. But I think you maybe know where I'm going with this. I wanted to cut off this voiceover by now. I'm still sick. It's 2 weeks now and I have such a sore throat. So my first initial plan was to not do a voiceover at all with this build, just music. But I really wanted to explain some things about it, why I use these brands and what kind of things I used. And so that's why I really wanted to record a voiceover, and I really just love talking to you guys. So that's why I decided to still do a voiceover, but it's a little bit shorter. I hope you don't mind. I really hope you've enjoyed this video so far, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. That would be so amazing. I try to do a lot of different things. I try to build a lot of different things to keep you inspired for your own game or for your own build. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I hope you will have a great day today, and I hope to talk to you very, very soon. Maybe in one of my next videos, or maybe you want to watch one of my previous videos. And I hope you have a great day today. Goodbye.